Good afternoon, this is Hassan from Bike Nation magazine, and today we are here in Ducati UAE in Dubai, and we have an exclusive interview with Jule O'Brien, the General Manager of Ducati UAE. Jule, welcome to our interview, and thank you very much for having the time for this interview.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you. Jule would like to know a little bit more about yourself. Can you tell us who is Jule O'Brien? When did you start riding? What is your history with the motorcycle industry? When did you start with Ducati? Just whatever you can tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I started riding when I was 3 years old.
Wow.
And I've been on and off bikes since then.
Wow.
I started in the motorcycle industry in 2006, starting with Yamaha and Husqvarna, KTM, and then I moved away from it slightly for a few years to join the army, and then once I left the army, I obviously fell back in love with different bike brands. I started working again with Ducati in 2012, and ever since then I've been working in some part with Ducati and recently Harley Davidson as well. I'm very excited to be back in the brand that I love, which is Ducati, and looking forward to the future.
Great. So you are really rounded when it comes to bikes. You know everything about every bike.
There's still a lot to learn, but no, I've worked with quite a few brands and yeah, been to a lot of different expos, mainly within Australia before I moved here. Since I've come here, obviously the industry here is massive in its size, and there's obviously a lot of other countries close by that we can go and visit. So I'm very excited.
Jule, you mentioned that the market here has evolved recently to new levels. Can you just elaborate a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, coming from Australia to the UAE, obviously it's a bit of an eye-opener at the amount of bike riders that are on the roads here. And the industry itself, obviously, we're in a little bit of a slow period at the moment with the way the market is. But I see a slow increase this year. We've had a very good year, and I think next year is going to be maybe a record-setting year for Ducati in the UAE.
We have noticed that Ducati UAE started recently to be more connected with the motorcycle community, whether in engaging them in activities or doing activities for them particularly. Jule, can you tell us about the new approach that Ducati UAE is planning to take with regards to the connection with the riders?
Yeah, sure. I guess the main thing I've been trying to focus on recently is the Ducati Owners Club, or the DOC. Obviously, getting them to work closer with the business, and the business to contribute a little bit more towards those clubs. I think will be a very big big step to take to ensure the growth of Ducati within the region. So it's something I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I don't want to be stuck in the office all day, so it also helps get me out and on a bike, which is what I love. So yeah, there's a few things without letting into any of my secrets go, out into the open. There's a few things that will be coming next year that I think could be a first for the area as far as motorcycle distributors go. So,
excellent. So we should stay tuned for some more activities coming up from Ducati UAE.
Yeah, definitely. I think watch this space and you'll see some very interesting things 2018.
Wow. We'll be following you. I think we are also lucky today to be able to meet Lara, who's the director, so we'll get more insights into the Desmo Owners group. So that will be followed shortly. Will follow shortly. Yeah. All right. So Ducati being a prime product, how are you as management of Ducati planning to boost your presence amongst other brands available in the UAE? And what do you think, in your opinion, that Ducati has that others do not, or what is the edge of Ducati amongst other brands?
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously Ducati has the whole lifestyle behind it as well. It's not just a motorcycle. Obviously when you buy Ducati, you can become a member of the clubs like the DOC, which obviously lets you get out and meet a lot of people, enjoy some fun rides. I think the brand, it speaks for itself in a lot of ways. It's a really high-end brand. A lot of people refer to it as the Ferrari of motorcycles, which I think is very accurate. So I think with the relocation of our shop, which is going to be on Sheikh Zayed Road, it's going to really help boost the brand's image and make it more visible for people who are in the market to buy a new bike.
All right.
And hopefully, really increase our events where people can actually come down and try a Ducati. I think once you've ridden a Ducati, anything else you get on, it's always a bit of a compromise.
Well, yeah, personally, I did that and I'm hooked right now. So
Exactly.
I twice on what you just said.
Yeah.
That's very true. Jul, I'll switch a little bit to the Scrambler. As you know, the 2017 year was mainly the Scramblers year for lots of manufacturers. That includes Ducati, the BMW R90s, the Triumph, and lots of other brands switched to the focus to the Scramblers. Did you expect this huge success with the Scrambler? And basically, what are you planning to do for the future to build on this success?
Yeah, I mean, the Scrambler I always thought would be a big success. Any motorcycle that can be an entry-level bike, obviously is more appealing to new riders, which is a massive segment, especially here in the UAE. And it can also appeal for someone looking for a second bike. Someone who owns a Panigale who might want a bike just to ride around town. It's a perfect bike for that. I think the introduction of the Cafe Racer this year was an amazing bike, and I see that being a big seller again for us in 2018. But yeah, there's such a variety of bikes in the Scrambler range. The new Desert Slater as well is a pretty amazing bike. I got a chance to ride that off-road in the sand, and it was great fun. I had a ball. You will see a few new things in 2018. Again, I don't want to let the secrets out, but you'll see these bikes used in a few of the rider training programs around the UAE.
Wow.
So the brand will be advertised, and those bikes will be used quite a lot more.
Wow. Looks like 2018 will be full of good news from Ducati.
Yes.
Going back to the Scrambler, we noticed that in EICMA there was introduction of new lines of the Scramblers with a bigger engine, more advanced technology. Are you planning to bring those new Scramblers to the market?
Yeah, definitely. It's something I'm looking forward to. The 1100cc will be the new air-cooled engine that they're going to use, which is very similar to the 1100 Monster engine they used in the past. It's a great engine, and I think it's going to make a great addition to the Scrambler range.
Now, regarding the track races and the let's say pro riders that are planning to buy a Ducati and take it to the track, what does Ducati do in terms of supporting these riders?
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, Ducati's heritage is in racing, so it's another focus that we're really trying to touch base with. Obviously, there's a lot of riders here who spend nearly every weekend on the track, and I really want to make sure we have some support down there for them, so that if they have a small issue or they need some assistance at the track, I want to be there for them so we can get them back out and finish off the day on a high note. We've just employed a new British qualified mechanic, Sam, who's now running our workshop. And he's already made huge turnaround to the service that our customers are receiving, and obviously spending a lot of time down at the track, working with our customers as well as riding Ducatis himself.
Wow, that would be great, because I think even the riders and the people who are racing will feel more confident and more attached since they have the support that they need from the dealer. So, yeah. All right, great. Jul, thank you very much again for your time today. We're really happy to have done this interview, and we'll be waiting for the great news in 2018 as we discussed, and we'll keep the audience updated. Once we get to know anything from you guys, we will make sure that everyone is updated with your news. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I appreciate you coming down today. Thank you.
Thank you.